It's the Z List with Zoltan and Larry, bringing you new and unique insights into being an actor in Los Angeles every week. So, hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Z List. Miguel is gone. He was a horrible host, and he added absolutely nothing to the show. I have been a little under the weather. Oh, we have a new host here, Larry, so I held another audition. No one came to it, and I started calling past guests to see if they'd want to be a host on the show, and everyone said no except for Larry. So he's here to give us some much added edge to the show.
I just came for the cupcakes.
Anyways, I've been a little under the weather, and if you've watched the past shows, you know that we don't have a medical plan here on the Z List, so we always go to the free clinic, and this time the line was just so long, I couldn't stand to wait it, and I met a guy out there who was a pharmacist as well, and he's given me this high quality vitamin C, and it's been great for me. It's really helped me zone in and focus, and I'm just really energetic, and though I've been sick, I feel fine.
Sounds kind of like what Coke does.
No, this is a high potency vitamin C. It's really good. It's great for thinking sessions and stuff like that. Okay.
Whatever works.
I think that was some pretty great warm-up banner, and we'll just bring out our first guest today.
Please.
Emily, come on down.
Woo! Hi.
Hello.
Oh.
Well, you
Hey.
can split the difference between this and that, you know. So, you are an actor in Los Angeles.
A struggling actress.
Yes, of course. So why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are and how you got started?
Well, I started about 5 years ago in Massachusetts and realized that there's so few acting jobs out there. So I needed to make it to LA. Got to LA and thought, I would just start acting, and I would just, somebody would be like, oh, I've been waiting for her. And that would be it. But now 5 years later, I realized it's way more work than that, and you really have to put in a lot of effort, and you have to be really, really positive, because you can be really positive and then you're negative one day and it all goes down the drain, and you have to get back up. So yeah, you just have to persevere. And
Someone else is sick too on set today, but that's fine. I may or may not have gotten countless people sick.
Ew.
During
what do you
this-
have?
Just the flu. Larry, do you have any questions for her?
So when did you realize you needed to be a little bit more than just absolutely stunningly beautiful with long blonde hair to actually make it somewhere?
I realized that this year, actually. Well,
It took you 4 years to figure that one out.
yes, I was like, I didn't even have a good resume. My friend just looked at my resume. He's like, you look like an amateur. You need to fix this, because I always figured I could put in half-ass effort and just show up, and people would know me. But you really do have to prove yourself, and you have to put in the effort. You can't just be like, well, they just don't get it. You have to really put in effort and do your reel and do stuff for free so that you can get your footage and you can't expect that you're just going to get the lead role that you want from right here. You have to make small breakthroughs and steps.
So what do you feel about auditioning?
I don't like auditioning. I really don't. I need to get better at that. I just feel I feel like it's just such a short amount of time to make your impression and prove yourself, and it's just nerve-wracking. And I just auditioned too for a commercial agency, and I felt like I had my monologues down really well, and I got in there and I choked up, and I wanted to cry. I was like, okay, I need to get better at this. But
What was
it
the
is
commercial?
hard.
Yeah, what was the commercial?
Well, I had to prepare my own 2 monologues, and one had to be a comedic one had to be a spokesperson one. One was about deodorant I chose, and the other one was about toilet paper, and they were laughing, but I cut a 3-paragraph monologue into 2 sentences because I was so nervous, and I don't really get nervous, so the fact that I got so nervous, I was like, I need maybe more practice with this. And even after 5 years, I'm like, wow, I still need it's a constant practice. And
That's a lot of work for an audition, though, to be honest.
Yeah. And there were like 3 people in the room, and they kind of didn't say much to me, and it just like the vibe I got was just like really, really uncomfortable, and yeah, I just don't like that.
All right, well, that's very interesting, but let's take a moment to look at some of your clips.
Blair, tell me it's still you.
Yes, I couldn't afford to look suspicious.
Where are Mom and Dad? Come on, you have to tell me now.
They're probably still at the house.
Come on, hurry, we still have time. We got to get them out of the city.
No! They're not one of us any longer.
All right, well, that was really good stuff. You know, I think you've gained another fan today. That's for sure.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, totally. I'm a fan of you guys.
As you should be.
Okay, so what are some highlights in your career so far?
Some highlights, I would say getting in, I did have my first few lines in a horror movie that made it to theaters, and I'm a big believer in thinking positive and like creating your own destiny, you know, like intentionally manifesting things. So I said one night, I was like, I'm gonna be in a horror movie that makes it to theaters, and I got in a indie film that signed with Fox and made it to theaters, like 12 theaters in the United States. But
what's the name of the movie?
Bastard. And I did get killed after like a few sentences, but I still I was like, wow, I intended that. So I think it's cool to make your list of things that you really want to do. And so yeah, that was cool. And then I was in a women's World Cup soccer commercial, so that was fun.
Awesome. Were you goalie?
No, I was just running around and playing, and yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Cool.
What are some lowlights of your career?
Low lights, I guess, would just be struggling financially, like, because you wanna, like, true love is the acting, and, like, that's what you wanna put your time into, but it is more of a huge time thing more than a money thing at first, so you kind of have to learn how to balance, you know, like, working a job that you don't really want, say a restaurant, or I'm doing bartending stuff and, like, dog walking, but, yeah, it gets difficult. I think that's the lowest, like everybody out here. I don't know. You just gotta think really positive.
All right, so you think manifestation works for you then? The belief of manifestation.
It does.
I think so too.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, one day I'm gonna have an interview web series.
Yeah, really.
Sure.
And here it is.
Then the next day I just went out and started doing it.
Yeah.
So what would you say, outside of manifestation, is the most important element for getting gigs in Los Angeles?
I think you have to have a really strong desire and passion for what you're doing, because you want to give up so many times, but if you have that passion in you, no matter what, you're gonna keep going no matter how you feel, and you're gonna know that it feels good eventually, and you're gonna get more stuff, so you just gotta keep going. And yeah, you're gonna, no matter what. I was really depressed the other day, and I was thinking, like, if I keep going on depressed, it doesn't matter. I'm still gonna book something cool. Like, you just have to know that, like, inevitably it's gonna be good again. Like, it just gets like that. It's like roller coaster out here. So
yeah, if you got one gig, you'll definitely eventually you have to get another one, right?
Yeah, it's like playing the lottery or something, like, but easier, because it's like, it is doable. It's not like being a doctor. Like, you can't just go to school and like you're guaranteed a spot. Like, this is so much different, but it makes it exciting, and that's what life's about. So yeah, it's cool.
Larry, anything else?
So when did you realize you were inherently, let's say, masochistic?
What the fuck is that? Sorry.
You have to enjoy pain to do this.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy pain?
I guess I do. I mean,
That's a weird question.
It's weird.
I did not expect that.
It's weird when you really like look inside yourself and like dig inside yourself and realize that like maybe I do, because I end up in abusive relationships and abusive lifestyle. Not really, but like I don't know. You just kind of look in your life and you're like, wait a minute, I'm kind of doing this to myself, but it's enjoyable, like tattoos.
There you go.
All right, so look into that camera and give our audience words of advice to follow as they try to achieve their dream as well.
Words of advice to follow: don't give up, obviously, and just really look inside yourself and think like, is this really what I want to do? And if you say no, be like, that's bullshit, because you know what, you started. So you started, don't give up now, just keep going and miserably get there. You're gonna make it. Love you. Bye.
All right. Well, that was a great interview, Emily. Thank you for helping, spread the word of manifestation. It's something I definitely believe in, and letting people know that it might not always be easy, but it's better than just giving up, right?
Yeah. There's no other option.
All right, everyone out there. So that's another really excellent episode of the Z List. You can tune in every week for more insights into what it is to be an actor here in Los Angeles, and you can watch us and subscribe to our YouTube channel, hopefully, and keep on learning what it is to be an actor. And maybe one day you'll come on this show, and then you'll be here instead of watching out there. You'll be sitting there and struggling. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see you guys. No, this vitamin C is very high quality, and it costs a lot of money. Okay. I had basically a bag full of it, but I just keep needing to get energized. Okay. So we'll see you all next week.